There is about 1/3 of the US population that peaked in elementary school. Whether it be in totality, my 2020 vision is starting to feel like ultrasound, the way that I can see the kid in you niggas. And I do not mean that in a good way, but I will warn you, the second I show you how to identify a man-child or a mentally adolescent woman, there is no turning back. You will start losing hair, and yes, you will have a sudden urge to listen to R&B music when you're cleaning your house and or doing your chores. The way I see peaking in elementary school is like this. If you could do something before and you can't do it now, then you peak. For example, I know I didn't peak in elementary school, right? Because I could be down to the last molecular fiber on the lead in my mechanical pencil, and I would rather a Caucasian child test out his Christmas presents on my school building before I ask a girl next to me for a pencil. I was never good at talking to girls, but through the years, I got better. That's how you don't peak in elementary school. But to the niggas who are racing for girls and running a 4 flat, what happened? Body positivity and all that, right? But your lungs don't work. The last time you were close to a sprinter was a Sprinter van, and if anything, you're chasing the hose away. You used to be able to at least approach your crush, and now you're scared to talk to women? You fell off. Looking back at yourself and not getting better from something a child was doing is crazy. It's shorties right now moving around their day-to-day life talking about, I used to be so organized when I was little. I don't know what happened. They stopped giving you good noodle stars and there was no green cards to flip to yellow or red. And then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened. They stopped giving you good noodle stars and there's no green cards to flip to yellow or red. All of a sudden, you aren't able to put together your room and your closet looks like a binder with no dividers. Teachers literally used to have that move on lock. I don't know how or what the science was behind that made them understand that something about seeing our cards go from red to yellow would mentally cause us trauma for years to come. I used to be stressing when I had no more flips left because they don't reset every day. You have to make them last a week. If you don't have no more left, excuse me, Mrs. Animations, yeah, come kill your son. That's what she might as well have said on the phone every time that they called our parents. So yeah, if you wonder why I am the way I am, my first introduction to trauma, it started in elementary school, gang. Elementary school, no matter how dirty, weird, and traumatizing of a place for me it was, and I do mean traumatizing because I was a tall, lanky, dark-skinned before the Great Shift, and some of the animals and tribes I was being associated with sounded like something you could only learn off of the National Geographic. The kids were ruthless, and I am 1000% sure they are either arrested for hate crimes or in a Call of Duty lobby. But no matter how great, and I mean great, elementary school was for teaching you things that will help you in life, it doesn't teach you how to hold on to those things once you leave, which causes people to peak. But even with that being said, I'll die on this hill. Elementary school is and was more important than high school, college, and maybe middle school. Everything that people with no sense of self argue about on Twitter or like on the Shade Room or whatever can be solved with elementary school level answers. 50-50 this, gender something that, men should or shouldn't this, women shouldn't can't that. All of that would not matter if you simply treated others how you would want to be treated, and if they also treat you how they would want to be treated themselves. It's that simple. It really is. We would have flying cars in our society, no taxes. We would have a hopeful and enjoyable life if everybody literally just followed that one rule. It is not that complicated, but that is the overarching problem. People don't want to be nice. People want to get the things that niceness may give them. And that is a disease. Because in a quite literal sense, imagine if we stayed the course of treating people how we would want to be treated. Cheating wouldn't exist. War wouldn't exist. Streamers like Jack Doherty and Neon would not have a platform. And I don't know what happened at some age, it just goes away. Everyone's heard that before. Very few people live by that. And now niggas on the internet hate on each other every day. What happened to if you don't have something nice to say, then don't say it at all. It's so simple to follow that I have it on autopilot. I'm a grown man. I'm sitting at the crib. It's 2 a.m. I'm watching shows with Shorty, okay? The type of movie that only some fine shit that you're trying to bag can make you watch. Something you would never put on by yourself. And I am locked in. It's just, I don't know, bro. Something about them girl shows be getting me. If you're a guy and you've been in my exact situation, you know what I'm talking about. And you know what it is? I actually deciphered it. Hold on, let me grab a seat. I've deciphered it. As a guy, right? There is so much lack of drama in our lives that when a shorty puts us on to that TV show, I have to sit down so y'all can sit with me right now. When a shorty throws on that TV show, it is the most entertaining, drama-filled thing and piece of fiction that we've seen in ages. And I do not care if it makes me look zesty. Okay, I am in there sipping chamomile tea, watching the show, watching the movie. And that is the type of position only really a baddie can get you in. She will have you kicking your feet, asking for extra blanket in the bed. Before you know it, you're completely out of your body. Pro tip, act like you're not interested in the show and then act like you like it. She's gonna fall in love. Anyways, the only thing that I will say and the only thing I hate about this position is that when girls do show you a show, I don't know if it's just me, they be having ADHD and they don't finish the show. And then all of a sudden, I'm the sassy one because I finished 3 seasons, 2 movies, and 1 spinoff of the original source material. You didn't want to watch it, I did. But to not get too off track, it gets to the point, right? It gets to a point, dude. It gets to the point where the movie encompasses my entire mental space. And I get very tunnel vision. Silly me, I thought was a comforting thing because in my mind, attractive girls get approached and bagged on and hit on all the time, every single day, 24 hours a day. I thought by me being so into the movie and not trying to do nothing, it would be a great thing. Basically, I'm saying in my mind, attractive girls never get to enjoy a movie without a guy trying to get close. So while she's here in my bed, I gotta paint the picture for y'all so that you guys could understand what I'm trying to say. I have a queen size bed. I like a lot of space in my room, you know what I'm saying? So I can move around, twerk, dance, whatever. So because of that, in the space on the bed, she's right here. I'm like right here. We could be more side by side if I wanted to. I still did nothing. We watched the movie. I drive her home. On my way back to my crib, I'm still pondering the movie. I get a text. So now I'm texting and driving. I'm not perfect, I know, but I'ma just keep it 1000 with y'all. If it's one notification, I can get it later. If it's multiple notifications, I am an overthinker. I'm thinking she got robbed by a bunch of sharks in the shower. I don't know. Whole time I open my phone and she thinks that I hate her. I feel like you were distant. I don't think you wanted me there. You ain't even try to hold me. First and foremost, I would like to say I'm watching Barbie right now. This is your fault. I'm over here trying to figure out if Ryan Gosling, who's playing Ken, really needed Barbie by his side to be himself. And you in my ear eating, so yes, I had to lean away. Secondly, keep your hands to yourself. If you don't give me blatant signs and dang near say, Stanley, hold me verbatim, I'm not trying nothing. Like, what? I don't care if you're in here oiled up like Diddy. You better take some actions. On top of the fact, when are you gonna take some accountability? You got distractions on the TV. How am I gonna be able to watch that if we're in the room freaking? My 2020 vision is not X-ray vision. I will not be able to see through you or that burger that you just ate if you sat on my lap. I am a clear sign kind of guy. I am not a hints type of guy. Even in elementary school, girls would literally come up and be like, so-and-so likes you. What happened to that? All of a sudden, I grow up, I gotta make the first move, and if I'm not attractive enough, it's jail time. I'm kidding, that's a joke. I know that's not how it works. My point being is you can be a lot safer in life if you follow simple elementary style rules, no matter what part or walk of life you're in at that time. And realistically, if she would have just told me what's up as soon as she got here, you feel what I'm saying? I wouldn't let her in. Like, what? You think I'm just some booty call you can call at night that you could get lit with? Huh? I'm an object to you? Damn, maybe I am a little bit sassy. I kind of see why shorties don't let us finish the film. That's on me. I'm just saying though, you can't be mad at me as a person just because I remember my 3rd grade teacher, shout out Miss Fitzpatrick, song about how you should keep your hands away from others. But granted, it was kind of talking about germs, but the way she was moving had me sick about her anyways. I was about to start sneezing and all that. But regardless, it could all be so simple if people remembered the roots of where they came from. We would not have these problems. She would know and understand that I was chilling and both respecting her as an individual before she spilled ketchup on my sheets. Oh my goodness, that shit did not come out with Downy. Nonetheless though, there is truly valuable gems that elementary school, however you say it, tried to teach us, and the older that I get, the more valuable I realize that they are. And being unable to do those things in your adult years, to me, screams peak. So to the YNs, N-words, and anything in between that peaked in elementary school, whether that be emotionally or physically, I'm not saying it's over, but you do need to lock in to create a better society. Elementary school has set up a great foundation with the most easy things to do moving forward. That's where you learn to brush your teeth for 2 minutes, how to properly wash your hands, play sports, tell jokes, be creative. If you can't do those things, but you were able to do those things back then, I'm sorry to say, you peaked in elementary school. With that being said, it's a wrap. Fade to black.